What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of the Dag Life Podcast here at the D. Nagler Group in San Diego, California, with your host, as always, Louis Pisano, and today's very incredible, special, amazing, phenomenal woman of a guest.
Keep it going.
A wife, mother, realtor, and spectacular, incredible human being, Miss Summer Reyes.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Mama?
Hi.
How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm stoked.
Good.
We've been planning this for a year, and it's finally here. We're going to talk about all real estate related and beyond. We'll learn a little bit more about Summer and her life.
Let's go.
Let's dive into it. So
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate to begin with.
Myself, personally, I am a mother of 4. Recently, a grandmother of a 1-month-old baby girl.
Love it.
Been married to my best friend for 20 years. Real estate, it's been about 3.5 years for me. All with the D. Nagler Group.
Oh, with who?
DAG for life.
Dag Life, baby. That's it. I love it. I think there's plenty of people on our team that have been here since they got into real estate, myself included. And where I'm most prideful of that is like the retention. When agents join our team for the first time, it's, when you find home here, you don't really have a reason to leave.
Yeah.
To each their own. But getting into real estate, what prompted you to get into the game 3.5 years ago?
So I'll try to make this story short.
We got plenty of time.
But so I've learned from in my young adult years. I'm still a young adult, but younger adult years.
Mama.
Grandma. Ugh. But I've always been a believer of be a part of the change that you want to see. So, and that's gone throughout my life. Like when I help out friends, family, ministry, anything. So one day we were at a friend's house. They had moved to Texas because they didn't want California taxing their retirement.
Shocker.
And got it. Military family, loves of my life. And they were, in a way, trying to convince us to move to Texas with them. So we went to go visit them, and their neighbor happened to be a realtor. And she said, I set it up so he can go show you houses, trying to, the bait for us to move there.
Yeah.
So
Tried luring you in.
Yeah. And honestly, I wanted it to work. And it had to work through my husband because he was more hesitant. I'm more of the dreamer. He's more of like the logical thinker. So we went and saw a couple houses, and the service was awful.
You know how that goes sometimes.
Yes. Honestly, and you know what? Everybody out there, you see and you hear the stories about maybe not having the best service. We know we work with these people. Like,
Well, when you say terrible service, like what were some of the things there where you were just turned off by it?
So it felt more like there was no rapport being built. Like we were just kind of another number.
Transactionally based.
Yeah, maybe it was because it was like 2020, height of COVID, so it was more like, let's just get this done. But that's what it made it feel. And then second time we went out, he brought actually another family to go see the same houses we were seeing. So it was so awkward. Like, are you paying attention to us?
That's strange.
What if we both want the house? Like this, like that's messed up.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Ever.
Me neither. But we didn't know anything about real estate. I just knew like, hey, I could do a better job.
Right.
Honestly, that's what happens. Like when I go to a restaurant and I get bad service, I'm like, dude, I could take care of these people better than you can. I think I'm more service driven.
Yeah.
So.
And it's great. It's a part of who you are as not only but as a person, but also as a mother and a wife. Right. It ties into what you are, what you're about when it comes to your life in general. Yeah,
and I feel like I have a pretty solid foundation with like who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that.
Sometimes it's a shot of tequila.
Yeah, not for me.
Me neither. I haven't drank in 4 months.
Heck yeah. So, fast forward, we were really trying to figure out, do we want to move here just because you get more bang for your buck over there?
Correct.
And the stars were in our eyes. So, being a family of faith, my husband and I prayed together, and we were trying to decide, like, God, is this your will for us to live here? Should we move our entire family, or what should we do? And while we were praying together, I heard the Lord tell me to start real estate. And my answer was, No.
We ain't.
Absolutely not.
That scene in Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta keep my mind pure, y'all.
True.
So,
Hold on.
Jesus, peace, got it. So we prayed together. I heard God tell me that, and I said no, absolutely not. But anyways, I told my husband, hey, this is what I felt God just told me, and he's the biggest supporter in the world, and
Great man.
he is, and he said, look, go for it, and I was just like, but no. Because the only thing that I knew about real estate was what I saw in the movies or in television, like most of you. I knew nothing else about it. I just knew that wasn't me. That's not my personality. I don't like sales. I don't like being pushy. I don't like being snaky and slimy, and that's what I thought it was.
And that's what, honestly, let's call it what it is. That's what 50% of realtors are like.
Right. Again, we know that. We work with them.
Daily basis.
We get it. But that's why being such a difference is a breath of fresh air for other people.
Correct.
So to end this story, that was the end of the conversation. We had our visit. We went back home, and about a month or two later, I was washing dishes or something, and God said, remember what I told you. And I was like, okay. So I just started taking the classes online because during COVID, everything was shut down. And so ever since then, I've just been obediently walking every day into the assignment he gave me. And honestly, I see the ministry and the fruit in it.
Yeah.
With how many families I've helped, and just their stories have been beautiful. So
it's amazing.
That's my story.
It's an incredible journey.
Yeah.
I love it. It's, you walk by faith and you kind of see exactly where you're supposed to go at that point, and here you are.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 years?
3.5 years.
When is your 4-year mark?
October.
Okay, so you got to do renew your license this year.
Yeah.
Mine's due in 45 days. I gotta get on that. That's amazing. So
more education.
Yeah, right. More education. It's nonstop. But hey, education's good.
Yeah.
But obviously, only 3.5 years in the game, right? We're still young bucks in terms of real estate, even though we've been through 37 different markets in the last 4 years.
Right.
What was life like before real estate? Like, what were you doing prior to real estate?
I always balanced between being an at-home mom, like I said, 4 kids.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. I'll take on.
It's a lot.
Kudos to you.
It's a lot. 4 kids, but so balancing time between being an at-home mom and then working in schools.
Nice.
So I've been an assistant to a principal, been a phonics preschool teacher, but during COVID, it switched to being a nanny at home because daycares are closed.
Right.
So it was being a service to those who needed help.
So you've been a person of service your entire life.
My entire life. That's the bloodline in me.
I love it.
Is serving others.
That's why you're such a great person.
Oh, thanks.
So good. So finding your way over to DAG, right? Obviously, it's everyone finds their way here somehow, or finds a way out somehow. What was that transition journey like to you, and what was it about DAG when you came here? And you were like, "This is a place I can call home."
So I found out during my going through the educational part of doing your exam and classes. I think it was like a video you had to watch, but it said you interview brokerages as much as they interview you.
100%.
And you have to hang your license on a brokerage. So I went, I need to do that. I don't know how to do that. So I just Googled top real estate companies in San Diego.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to about 4 or 5, and I got 2 phone calls back. And one of them was Berkshire Hathaway. Am I saying that right?
Hathaway?
No, Berkshire. That.
Berkshire Hathaway.
Berkshire. I got an interview with them, and during the interview, I was falling asleep, literally falling asleep.
That happened to me 4 times on 4 phone calls before I met with Dean and Aphrodite.
Yeah, see? It was weird.
Just another number.
So excited, but it was like he was having me watch a video and, oh, we want you, here's an offer letter. And I was like, oh, if I can't go into this office every day.
Yeah.
And so anyway, still wasn't licensed yet, but interviewing. And next was, at the time, it was Big Block, because Dad was part of Big Block at
Correct.
that time. And they called me back, and the rapport right away was amazing. And then they asked me, do you want to be like a single agent in a mentorship program or on a team? And I said, well, how long have you been in the business? And he said, about 7 years. So I said, well, in your 7 years, if you could do it all over again and you were in my position, what would you do? And he said, oh, a team all day, every day. So he introduced me to Dean. We had a phone conversation. A couple days later, had an interview and offered a spot on the team. And I said, well, I don't have my license yet. Can I just come and sit and learn in the classes?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, no problem. So I don't think we do that anymore.
No, we definitely don't. We got not enough capacity, unfortunately. You know, the length of the team has grown, but obviously you came in, you sat in for a little bit, and then sure enough.
Yeah, it was. The amazing thing about this team is the willingness to teach, the willingness to answer questions, not make you feel like you're an inconvenience or a bother.
Right.
And that goes for you, who always answers my calls and texts, or any of the staff, because I'd be asking.
You'd be asking and we'd be answering.
Yeah. So
it's because we love you guys.
Yeah, and
we know our place.
And it means a lot to me. For when you come from a place of service, getting that in return is like love language 101.
For sure. And I think it's a little bit deeper than that. For me, it goes down to the difference comes down to the difference of a leader versus a boss.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with a boss, no matter the industry, you're never going to get what you need to thrive. And it's more often than not, you're always going to feel like just another piece of the puzzle. When you're with a leader and a leadership team that embodies everything that a leader should, being someone of service and leading with grace, and we're here to service all the agents on the team, and we're here because of you guys. You all come first every step of the way, right? Top down. When you come from a place of it's for them, that's when we all win.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm most prideful of when it comes to the team and what it boils down to, especially as my role as the growth advisor now for February 3 years now, is the retention. And the retention tells a lot and paints a story. It paints a picture and tells a story. The retention of the team from 2022 to 2023 was 40%, to 2024 was 60%, into this year is about 80-90%. And that's a testament to the culture of the team and the people that we have on the team, the leadership of the team, all the agents a part of the team, the collaborative effort, the contribution we get from everyone. And it's a culmination of who we are as a family. And that's hard to find, especially in a cutthroat industry like real estate, and especially in a field where agents bob around left and right and are always just worried about how many leads they're going to get in their next highest split.
Yeah.
And for us here, it's, listen, the door's always open to come back or leave if you leave on good terms. But there's plenty of people that have left over the years. But at the end of the day, for those of us like myself and you that have been here since day one, we have no reason to leave.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like a collaborative. Everyone hunts, everyone eats, everyone takes care of each other.
Right.
But even like with the highest producers, with the lowest, everyone's so mingled in. There is no separation.
For sure.
Or cliques. It's everyone checking in on everyone else. Or, hey, I got sick, or my daughter got sick. Can you please show my clients, with no expectation of compensation?
For sure.
It's just feeling like you're taken care of, and to a lot of people that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I do hear the horror stories too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And to your point, right? Like that's what family does. Family takes care of family, and we always will have everyone's back because we know everyone always has our back too. And when it comes to something that I always talk about is that we are the most unorthodox group of people in the world under one roof.
Oh, I know.
But at the same time, when it comes to like the diversity of the team, we're not a cookie cutter team. We have agents that are 20 that have been licensed for 5 seconds. We have agents that have been in the business for 30, 40 years, right? It's a culmination of melting pot of a team. And that's what makes us work well so much together, is because there are so many different walks of life and diversities within the team that makes everyone feel comfortable. And
Yeah.
nobody's a number. Everyone's just a part of the DAG family.
Yeah. And you can come in on your admin day and wear a hoodie and slides.
For sure.
Or, you know, you got some appointments and dress a little nicer, but
Or you look bad as fuck for the podcast.
guys, black and slimming.
Oh shoot. Bad as heck for a podcast.
I told him he cannot cuss on my podcast.
Hey, I made it about 15 minutes so far. We're doing good. We're doing
We
great.
need to have a jar.
Yeah, right. $10. Well, with 3.5 years under your belt, right, going on 4 years, what would you say was the hardest transition to this field?
Grown-ups are mean. I worked with kids my whole life, and kids are like, I'll deal with the mess. Kids are awesome, but grown-ups are mean. So what I have had to, and still am dealing with, is getting out of my head on it's not personal. These people they're just their way of business or their way of speaking is not what I'd prefer.
Right.
But, you know, they're not attacking me. But in the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, how do you speak to people that way? And I've grown, but not to where like I feel like I was not in a great place before, but
Right.
just knowing that it's just a different mindset from kids. You get down at their level, and if you know, it's all fluff,
Yeah.
and there's like no fluff
No
with
fluff.
adults. But I really just bring that strength of empathy and just the love of service. They can feel that when I'm working with them,
Mm-hmm.
to where it's not I'm going to strong arm you, and these are the negotiations that are going to stand by. I have won deals after deals with kindness and empathy, checking up on, hey, I remember your dad was sick. How is he? And just tears in their eyes from me remembering that.
Yeah.
So,
And you're always going to win with that.
you know, and then coming in not knowing anything about the industry, I was trying to be like other people that I saw were doing well. Comparison is a poison.
It's a thief of joy.
It's the thief of joy. Amen. So, so they, that first year of me trying to compare to others, I see, really robbed me of finding myself.
Mm-hmm.
So once I embraced, no, do it the Summer way, and do it loud and proud, and do it with confidence, then it's turned into something beautiful.
And the people that were meant for you found you.
Exactly. And that's okay that I'm not meant for everyone.
None of us are.
Yeah.
None of us are meant for everyone, and it's important for us to understand that, because, and that goes with everything in life, right? Literally everything. Friendships, relationships, even family.
Yeah.
We're not meant for everyone, right? Everyone in our lives are meant to serve a purpose. And once that purpose is fulfilled, they're on their way. Whether that's people we think are clients that just go on to another realtor,
Yeah.
or move out to another state, right? We can't control so many things.
Right.
But when it comes to finding the people that work well for us, it's because when we are our true self, that's when the people that are meant to be in our lives find us.
Yeah.
And we find them as well. And that's what it's about. And you're going to win the Summer way more than you wouldn't if you were trying to do or be or act another way.
Yeah. I couldn't. It's just so silly.
It is. You have to be the person that you normally are. Now, does that mean that don't take other personality traits into conversations? No, right? There's being amiable to certain personalities, right? And certain coachings and stuff like that. But at the same time, Summer being Summer is going to win 100% of the time.
Yeah. I know for the more direct clients, I'll just turn on like the mama bear mode of, oh, I don't think so. that mode kind of gets, it's better for them.
One more word from you, sir, and you're in timeout.
Yeah, right? I've told you this 17 times. You're not correct. But it's still a part of who I am.
Right.
It's just coming at it at a different time.
It's delivery.
Yeah.
It's delivery, and you've learned and you've grown so much. Like,
Still-
so proud of
still
you. It's
growing.
insane.
Yeah.
It's with everything, right? We're all growing every single day. If you're not in a growth mindset, not just in real estate, but in any field, you're gonna lose. And that can't happen because with things that change so much ever so often, especially in an industry like real estate, without the growth mindset, you're going to eventually lose at a quicker pace.
Yeah.
So having a growth mindset and being coachable and being able to kind of change certain things without changing Summer, you win every time.
Golden.
That's it. Love it. It's amazing. What would you say has been the brightest point of your career so far, or the most exciting thing about it?
Oh, the people I meet.
Elaborate.
They're mostly all turned friends, and I love that part. I love being a part of the biggest adventure of their life right now.
Right. And being a part of the journey.
Yeah, I love that. And then it's even afterwards, the birthday parties, the barbecues, getting invited to different things. And honestly, on social media, I didn't have social media before this job. I had to learn, I didn't know what a story was, and I was like, why is this circle lit up?
She said, hey, Summer, post a story. You want me to put a book up on
I was like, what does this button mean? I was asking my teenagers. They all rolled their eyes at me, and that was fun. But the coolest part is you would think it's like, your closest friends and your family that would maybe repost your posts and say, hey, my girl, blah, blah, blah. But it's past clients that have been my biggest cheerleaders.
Yep.
Because I don't know, it's just genuine.
Right.
And so that to me is the biggest honor. And really the whole time, when I see it, my eyes water and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's definitely special.
Yeah.
And I think part of what comes with them showing so much, them meeting past clients, showing so much support is because you've had such an impact on their life.
Yeah.
And there's been so much value, and it was never about you, and it was never transactional, right? So I know you have the handful of clients where you're like super close with. I do as well. And, going to their weddings, like being a part of those core memories, like them telling you that they're having their second baby or first baby.
And they're naming it after you? No.
Nah. I play the joke every time when like someone tells me they're having a baby. I'm like, Lewis is a really good name.
Dude, I use that with mine all the time because
yours is cooler.
Mine's unique.
Yours is cool.
And so I'm like, Summer's a great name, guys. Nobody has taken me up on that.
One day, I'm gonna get a call and be like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Your joke worked. We're naming him Lewis.
King Lewis.
King Louis, that's it. Be a king nonetheless, but hey, no, it isn't what it is. But yeah, being a part of those core memories makes it special. And I think, for me, one of the biggest highlights of this industry is the relationships that come with it. And that's with other agents. It's with other industry buffs. It's other people within real estate where, you can meet so many people. It's such a small industry, even though there's 20,000 of us in San Diego.
Yeah.
But again, right, there's a lot to love and a lot to like about it. Kind of looking back at your journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
A long journey of kind of a multitude of different things, 4 children, an incredible partner, best friend, and husband at home. Mm-hmm. What are some things that you're super excited about heading into the future for like the rest of the year?
Okay, so I generally don't look with certain goals past one day.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. With all the different hats that I wear, and my kids in 2 sports, I have 2 kids still at home.
Mm-hmm.
My son is in the Navy. My daughter lives in Texas. She's the new mom. And then I have 2 teenagers at home. So it's girl teenagers. Yeah. So fun for my husband. But it's being present with them, and then still being honoring my husband as the head of our household and giving him all the support and realtor. There's so many hats.
Yeah.
To not overwhelm me, I usually take it. I'll set up goals for the week or even the month, but every day I just wake up and focus on the day.
Just grateful for every day.
Yeah, I want to be present where my feet are. So while I'm talking to you, I'm not thinking about anything else. And while I'm listening to my daughter about boy problems or someone at work that talked to her nasty or something like that, I'm genuinely present because we can't predict anything.
Correct.
And we're not promised anything. So I don't want to be so focused on the full year or the full what's my 5-year plan, I want to be focused on today.
Love that.
So I genuinely don't make goals that big.
Okay.
But my current goal is, guys, I need to get in the gym. I want to be a healthy grandmother, a healthy wife, a healthy mom. I huff and puff up these stairs every time I come to the office. And it's just, I want to be able to tie my shoes without getting out of breath. Dude.
I hear you.
Transparency.
I hear
101.
And an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Accountability partners.
And you're great at that. I know, which is cool, right? I can vent to you, and you're always such an encouragement.
Thank you.
But the goals are really just to wear my hats well, know when I need to let things go, know when I need to focus more on something else, and everything that I choose to do, because everything's a choice, that I choose to do it well with integrity. And but real estate, one of my hats, to be the freaking best for my clients.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. At the end of the day, we can only control so many things. And being as great as Summer can be for her clients, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, for the things that make you the happiest, when you focus on those things in the moment, day by day, full of gratitude, life works out well.
Just hopefully not huffing and puffing. I'll get there.
Well, we're going to start DAG hikings next week.
Okay.
Cows Mountain.
Okay.
Start That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
didn't get the message.
That must have got lost in the mail. No, it's in your inbox. No, I love it. Again, all good stuff, right? Where you're at this point in your career. Changes took place in your life a few years ago, and you're now flourishing.
Yeah.
Doing well, doing great, right? All the things, a lot of things are happening in life.
Mm.
If you were to look back at 18-year-old Summer right now, she's sitting right in front of you, and you can tell her one piece of advice, what would it be?
Okay, 18-year-old me had a baby already. So if it's direct, it would be still join the Air Force. It's not too late.
Okay.
That was my dream.
Okay.
But I thought since I was a mom, I couldn't go any further, and I didn't seek advice. So I would have done that for sure. But if I were to talk to myself just mentally, I would just say that I'm worth more than I'm. Oh, this is stupid.
It's not stupid. It's not.
No, it's stupid because I'm gonna want to cry.
That's fine.
But
I'll cry with you.
You're worth more than what other people are telling you you're worth, and I think that's dumb.
Stop saying it's dumb, because it's part of your life.
Yeah.
It's part of who you are, and it's part of why you are the way Summer is today.
Yeah.
Right. Everything we've been through, everything we've gone through, we both know a little bit about each other's stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's who we are today because of that.
Yeah.
So it's not dumb.
Yeah.
It's what made Summer Summer.
Yeah. So I'm worth it.
You are more than worth
Yeah.
it, and we love you.
Yeah.
And you know that.
Thanks.
And you know how worth it you are.
Yeah.
And there's so much more of life to come from that, and for Summer to provide to the world with that light that you have.
Yeah.
So don't let go of that.
Thank you.
Love it.
I don't plan to. I don't plan to.
Good.
So.
Well, there's always one final thing that I like to ask, and it's something that we've talked about here with the team for a long time. It's something that Aphrodite and Dean talk about all the time, and we talk about it a lot in terms of legacy. And some people like to look at legacy as it means nothing. Some people like to look at it as it's something that's very important to them. I myself, to me, there are certain components of us that we do leave behind that has an impact on people's lives. So I'd love to know, when all is said and done down the road, what does Summer want her legacy to be?
Oh, I don't care about how much money I made or what I sold. If you notice on my social media, I never post numbers because it's just bragging about me. What I post is how I made people feel. And that would be my legacy, how I made them feel.
I love that.
So they're not going to remember how comfy my couch was or how shiny my car was. But how I made them feel when they were in my presence or when no one else was looking and it was just us, that means everything. I want to mirror Jesus as much as I can in loving and serving other people.
And always leaving someone better than when you found them.
Yeah, you can't not do that if you're focusing on just loving them. And it doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. Don't get that twisted. Some people do. But it does mean that they're, like, it's food. It feeds you when someone else loves you and takes care of you. And I want people to feel that even if we're watching chick flicks, crying on the couch, eating our favorite snacks. Not healthy snacks.
What's a favorite snack of yours?
Everything. I eat everything. There's nothing I don't eat. Dairy is angry with me.
Okay.
So I have to eat that safely at home. But no, I eat everything. Food to me, and which I'm trying to change, it's such a comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes back along to like growing up where it wasn't as plentiful.
Of course.
So it's more like comfort to me.
Yeah.
And I love to cook and share that with other people. And I love to take homemade dishes to my neighbors. And like, to me, it's how you show love too.
Yeah.
So I just need that healthy relationship with it.
A little bit of harmony. I love it.
You know what? So many people can relate and it's fine.
It is fine. It is fine. There's levels to it, but it is fine.
Yeah. So
but
the celery sticks don't work for me. It just
me
doesn't.
neither, believe it or not. I'm with you. But I love that, and I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And I appreciate you.
Thanks for
And
having
I'm
me.
so happy you're on today.
Me too.
And I can't wait to see where life takes you and life takes us and where the journey takes you as well.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
But I'll be drinking sparkling something.
I'll be drinking water on the rocks.
Oh, there you go.
For
Me
the
too.
rest of my life.
With
So
lemon.
we're good. We're good. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Dag Life Podcast. I'll see you next time.